Welcome back to the UFO Disclosure Symposium. I'm here with Chris Lehto. Chris, how are you doing today? I'm so glad to have you here.
Yeah, great, man. Thanks for having me.
I'm really excited that you're going to be part of this UFO Disclosure Symposium coming up to Vernal, Utah, May 27th through the 29th. There's a lot of really cool stuff happening, especially because your experience and everything as a F-16 pilot and your analysis of all these recent UFO footage that has come out. I'm really excited to hear what you have to say about it all. So tell us a little bit, Chris, about some of your experience as a F-16 pilot and how that has gotten you into this whole UFO field.
Yeah, it kind of fell into it really last summer. Right before June, so right at the end of May, 60 Minutes came out. That 60 Minutes episode, and I had seen David Fravor, his interview before, but it just hadn't sunk in. It kind of nudged me in a certain direction. But his interview with Lex Fridman and then Joe Rogan, how he talked through the Tic Tac, his engagement with the Tic Tac, just kind of upended my world a little bit. And I kind of walked around in a daze, but I didn't really change anything until that 60 Minutes interview. And then I started making YouTube videos about that. I had a channel before, it's very small. Nobody really watched it. But I enjoyed it, and I made a video every week. And so once I started making videos about UAPs, about unidentified aerial phenomena, then it just resonated with people because of my background as a F-16 pilot. So it was popular.
I'm curious, as a F-16 pilot, I'm not sure if you can talk about it at all. Did you ever see anything unidentified in the sky or encounter any of that or hear some of that during your service?
Yeah, never. I didn't see anything. I'd never heard anyone mention anything of an unidentified flying object or anything about UAPs, which is interesting because I did my initial Navy training at Gulf Breeze. I lived in Gulf Breeze, actually,
Really?
Pensacola. And then I went to Phoenix from there, and I was in Phoenix in 2003, 2004. I was at Luke Air Force Base. That's where the main training base is for F-16s. And I heard nothing about UAPs, UFOs. We worked in the tower. I ended up going back there in 2015 for a couple of years and still heard nothing about UFOs or UAPs. So it's almost like it was weirdly just removed from the Air Force memory.
That's so fascinating. And so then when this all this footage came out of like the Tic Tac, the gimbal and go fast footage, and the Pentagon and the Navy kind of were like, yeah, we don't know what these are. This is actually unidentified. That actually piqued your curiosity and made you start to analyze some of that data then.
Completely. I've never, like I said, I've never seen a UAP or seen anything I, didn't feel like I could understand or explain. But when I heard Fravor, talk through his experience, I felt like I was there, and I believed him. And then once you start pulling the thread, right, then you start realizing a lot more people have experiences, and what are we just not going to believe all these people? It was just kind of mind blowing for me, and really changed a lot of my whole views on the world. So
Yeah,
exciting, very exciting.
me too. And that's what's fascinating is that your experience as a pilot, you've been able to apply that to analyzing the footage. What was it that you noticed about any of those pieces of previously released UFO footage that has really piqued your curiosity or stood out to you as being interesting or unusual, to denote that maybe these aren't just normal man-made craft?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks. I guess the way to explain it is the image appears normal, right? Like the background image, how the systems are working, but there's just this weird thing in the middle of it. I don't know how else to describe it. Like if you took a picture with your phone or you took a video with your iPhone, and there's just something in there just out of place, completely out of place. Like someone took a 3D piece of paper or something and just put it on top of your iPhone, and be like, there you go. It's just something that doesn't fit. It just kind of tweaked me. And then when I saw, originally it was Mick West on CNN saying, hey, these things, they're obviously, it's obviously a balloon or something like that. That really kind of got me fired up because, for F-16 pilots or all the fighter pilots out there, just, it's unknowingly or maybe knowingly kind of denigrating those guys or their experience and capabilities. And I think, I believe those Navy pilots, I'm sure once in a while you can have some mistakes, right? Once in a while, or, there are a lot of optical illusions that happen in the air, but, those Navy pilots they're the best we have. Those systems we have, Those are the best systems we have. They should be able to identify this stuff. They should be able to catch up to it.
Yeah,
So that
definitely.
that really piqued me. We had the best. We have, I believe we have the best training. I believe we have the best systems. The Air Force and our allies, at least. We should have been able to catch up with these things and identify what it was. If it's a commercial airline at a faraway distance, as Mick West is arguing, then they should have been able to figure that out. They should have been able to just fly over there
Yeah.
and say, yeah, it's an airliner.
And it seems like the evidence shows that there was, multiple ships and craft and other vehicles in the fleet, and multiple witnesses to all of that still hasn't even come forward yet, which is pretty mind blowing. And now at the UFO Disclosure Symposium coming up here at the end of May, we have 4 new pieces of footage that are military grade, captured unidentified footage that are going to be revealed and analyzed. And so, what are you looking forward to in seeing that, or going to be keeping your eye out for when you get to finally see that footage, Chris?
I'm looking for advanced maneuvers. That's what I really want to see. I want to see something that, just based on the footage alone, one source footage, I would love to see advanced maneuvers that we can't explain through any other means. So far, the argument of a balloon, in between us and the ground, it's hard to refute, right? Because we only have one source of information. But if it somehow moves, where it shouldn't be able to move, or changes direction quickly, we can measure acceleration. That would be super exciting for me.
Yeah, I'm also really interested to see if the 4 pieces of footage are all of the same object or 4 different locations, if we're getting like a whole spread so that we can analyze different incidents, or if it's all 4. I don't know. And I'm really interested to see how that all turns out. So you're going to be speaking and presenting actually at the symposium this year. Can you give everybody a little hint of what to look forward to so they don't miss your presentation?
I really trust the source of the videos. I believe that they were real videos, not hoaxed in that sense. So from that, it's very interesting. They're very long, so there is some data in there. So I think I think it will be an interesting symposium to bring those videos together on their own and give them kind of the exposure they need to get more people looking at it. If we get hundreds of thousands of people on YouTube or across the world, streaming, looking at these new videos and really analyzing them, all the Mick Wests of the world analyzing them, then we're just going to get closer to the truth. So that should be exciting to piece those together and really give them, put them up to have them reviewed and critiqued how they deserve to be, I think.
Yeah, being able to finally have more information and data to compare and contrast with what we already know that's been sort of validated by the Pentagon and everything. And so I agree with you. So you're also going to be attending there at the event and up in the Uintah Basin, and a lot of the how that is like a UFO alley, and a lot of strangeness occurs up in the basin. Are you going to be doing anything around the event up in the local area that you're looking forward to as well when you're up there?
I've never been up there. I've been to Salt Lake City, in that basic area, but I haven't been to Vernal. And yeah, I'm excited. Got invited to Blindfrogranch, so I'll go. Hopefully, we don't get any hitchhikers. See how that goes. But yeah, I would love to do some, whatever type of recording we can. Maybe we go up there, we do some live streams. I think that'd be fun.
That'll be fascinating. So yeah, if I go up to Blindfrogranch with the crew, we'll have you hop in and go up with us so we can check it all out. It'd be amazing to have you up there. So Chris, I'm super excited to see what your presentation's going to be. I'm stoked to watch the footage with you and sit right there and hear everything that you have to say about it. And soak it all up and see your presentation, and especially to finally meet you in person after all the times we've been able to bump into each other across the internet and everything. So I appreciate you coming, Chris, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is my first conference, my first UFO conference at all. So I'm super excited.
All right, Chris. Well, thanks for having you on here, and we'll see you there.
All right. See ya.